Here at Crane Courts Apartments, we're actually installing two separate solar hot water heating systems. One is designed by EOS and one is designed by Solar Panels Plus. The system that shows us the most payback for our customer is going to be installed on just about every building that the management company owns. They have a $2.4 million hot water heating bill a year. We're going to curb that by at least 70% minimum. This is probably the biggest system right now being installed in Anne Arundel County, and I'm sure not the last.
Hi folks, we're up on the roof, Crane Court. This is your heat source tube. It's vacuum sealed, has a reflective panel in it, has one drop of water in it. It's very simple to install. You have a heat transfer paste. I'll hand it to my men. They'll put it right up in there. Simple installation. And this is where it all starts. From here it goes into the tubes, down the manifolds, to the basement, down where John will meet you.
Thank you, Warren. Warren is sending us down some hot water through this pipe. It's actually an instrument water pipe. It comes into our first tank. This is a Superstore tank, 120 gallons. It has a double insulated foam. It has less than a half degree loss an hour. It actually leaves this tank here, comes into our second storage tank, which is a pre-hot water heater to the existing hot water heater. The existing hot water heater is our backup heating system for those cloudy or snowy days. Once it leaves the second storage tank, it ends up into what we call our heat dump or heat sink. This is an 820 gallon tank that retains its water on the inside. We actually run water through the coils. We have 5 coils in the tank itself. This is a 2-stage coil. The bottom half is the solar heated water. The top of the coil is actually our domestic hot water. So the domestic hot water will actually preheat itself in this tank at the same time. We're taking the heat out of the solar heated water and sending it back up on the roof. So it preheats here, comes to our first storage tank, flows into our second storage tank where we should see temperatures well over 160 in the summertime, possibly 180 and up. And as in any solar hot water heating system, we need a backup hot water heating system for those cloudy and snowy days. We have a 120 gallon gas hot water heater here. It was existing when we started the job. It's actually 390,000 BTUs. With this solar system, that should come on maybe 30% or less of the whole entire year. So we're going to curb a good portion of their hot water needs with this system. And with a solar hot water heating system, we can see temperatures well up to 190 degrees in the summertime. We have very long days, the sun's very high in the sky, and we have to be cautious about how much water or heat comes out of our tank. Here is a temperature reducing valve. It works off of heat. It brings in cold water and mixes it with the solar heated water so we don't scald anybody at the tap.
Folks, here we are on top of Crane Court Apartments where we have a 20 manifold, 600 tube array of solar hot water heating. This is where it all begins. Water goes through these manifolds down to the basement where John will explain to you what's going on.
Thank you, Warren. As you saw on the roof, Warren's sending us down hot water through this line here. Right now we're running about 147 degrees. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. What we have here is a reverse return installation on our supply and return pipe into these tanks. The top is your supply into all the manifolds into the tanks. The second or the bottom is the reverse. It is pulling the fluid out. But as you see, this is the first one in, and this one here is the last one out. That's to ensure equal flow through all our tanks. Right now our tanks are about 118 degrees today. Our fluid is over 130 degrees. We're going to see a very good heat up on these tanks today where we probably will handle a day and a half to 2 days of all our hot water needs for this building. Let's take a minute to talk about backup systems. In every solar system, we have to think about those days where we have a lot of snow, 3 or 4 days of rainy weather, very little sun. This is the original, actually, boiler for this apartment complex. It's probably 20 years old, but now that we're supplying a lot of hot water to the system, this thing could last another 10 years. It's only going to have to work at the most 30% of the time. What we've done is we piped in 2 more storage tanks here. This takes care of all our domestic hot water if our solar system can't keep up. And let's not forget about the mixing valve that we have to install into the system so we don't let any water over 120 degrees enter into our domestic hot water heating system. Here we have a very large mixing valve. It can handle a massive amounts of water at one time in case everyone in the apartment complex is taking showers in the morning or evening. But this ensures that our system only relieves 120 degree water into our hot water heater. If we start sensing water at 180 degrees, an extra pump will come on, start pulling fluid out of the loop from the attic or from the roof, and pump it through this coil, and we'll dump the heat to the outside. That way it ensures longevity of the system and keeps the system from overheating and having any catastrophic failure. Last but not least, I want to talk about the final fail-safe system that we have here. If the power goes down on the EO system, pressure will build up. It will have to escape or blow off somewhere. This system is designed to catch all that blow off or dispense pressure into this tank here. It'll fill up, hold the fluid, and once the system is re-energized with power, it will actually bring a pump on, pump the fluid back into the system, and bring everything up and running. We really shouldn't have to bleed any air out of it. It's self-bleeding, and it's the last fail-safe to this system here. We have an existing boiler that's keeping 2 storage tanks hot in case our system is down or isn't making any hot water. We have an overheating device over here that will keep the system from overheating and as long as we have power. Now you've seen the whole system from the heated water coming down from the roof to our storage tanks to our boiler heating the last end of our hot water heating system to our pressure relief and repumping system to our overheating dump zone with fan assist. This system is designed to be user-friendly. Now remember folks, this system is designed to save this customer money. We're looking at cutting his hot water heating costs by 70% for 24 apartments. Between the federal tax savings with 30%, the state grants for the state of Maryland, and let's not forget depreciation of the product he's buying over the next 5 years. With this system, this customer should see a turnaround on his investment within 4 years. And not most of all, he's going green, he's advertising his building to the public, and he's saving money. So remember, this is the best bang for your buck when you have a high hot water heating demand. Well folks, you've seen the 2 systems. EOS on the left, Solar Panels Plus on the right. And each system is designed to save this customer money. We're going to be monitoring the system for the next 3 months to figure out which one is the better system for this area and which one's going to give the customer a better payback. So stick around and we'll post everything on our website. We're actually keeping a tally every day of three times a day of how much heat it's putting out. We're monitoring the gas valves on the boiler and we're monitoring the gas valve on the hot water heater in the other building. So in time, we'll be able to give you the most efficient system on the market today and save you money at a faster pace.